Today we're taking an American classic and turning it into a deviled egg. Come with me while I make these cheeseburger deviled eggs. Yolks up. Once you got those eggs nice and hard boiled, just start peeling them and then slice them in half. And if you did everything correctly, your yolk should fall out just like that. About 15 minutes is the magic number I've found to get the perfect texture for my eggs. That way the yolks just fall right out into their bowl. Bloop. I'm just going to plate up these egg whites real quick. I have a nice little egg tray here that fits about 20. That'll just make it easier on me when I'm piping everything in. Today I'm just using the white onion. That's what McDonald's uses, and McDonald's is the king, obviously. I'm going to mince them up real fine. That way you don't really get the texture in the yolk, but you still get that little bite, crisp of onion. So, you know, if I was measuring, I'd maybe use a couple tablespoons worth of minced onion. You can use the canned stuff too. Just make sure you don't have any big chunks in there. That way somebody doesn't scream at you because they go, "I don't like onion." Into the yolks we go. And what's a burger without pickle? Again, we don't need a ton of these. If I'm eyeballing it here, it's probably like 6 to 8 pickles. Just hamburger crinkle cut. Just start dicing those all up real nice like this. And that looks about good to me right there. Almost like a relish-like texture. Just regular old dill pickles. That's all we need. Just add that extra little crunch. In we go. The pickle's gonna give us some of that twang, but it's mainly there for crunch. You always gotta have a little bit of pickle juice or hot sauce or something that's acidic in there to kind of, you know, get these yolks a little bit more liquidy and fluffy than they are, but also to add that little mwah, that twang. Today, we're just doing about a tablespoon of pickle juice. And next, to carry on our burger sauce style tradition here, we're gonna go with some mayo. You know I like my Dukes. It's got a twang, my favorite. I think for 20 eggs, we're gonna need about 3 tablespoons of this, guys. So I'm just gonna do 3 big heaping scoops. What's a burger without a little bit of mustard, you know what I'm saying? Today I'm using the fancy country Dijon because I'm bougie like that. Yellow mustard works just fine here. Don't hesitate to use regular yellow mustard. Sometimes it's even better. Just about a tablespoon of that should do, I think. You guys know that I like my black pepper. Make sure you grind it yourself because it's way better. I'm just putting in as much as I like here, which is quite a bit. You do you. You can add salt, you can add pepper, you can add garlic powder, you can add onion powder. Now that we have all of our ingredients in this bowl here, it's time to just start mashing them up. And it's gonna take a minute. You want these to be real light and fluffy, so keep mixing until they are. Trust me, it's worth it. Just how we want it, nice and fluffy. Nice and fluffy. Not too runny. If it ends up a little bit too runny, you might have to add a few more egg yolks. Beautiful. All right, let's grill up our burger patty. For this, we're just gonna make a great big patty that we fry up at once. That way we can cut out our individual little patties after the fact. We don't have to worry about grilling 20 different small patties. So I thought these would be nice with a little burger patty topped on them. So I thought about doing little patties. I thought about doing little squares. I think the easiest way is just make one big patty like this on your flat top or Blackstone and just cut them out afterwards or break them up. Whatever, it doesn't need to look very pretty. Just going with a big patty like this today. Season it with your favorite seasoning. I like Lowry's. You can use whatever you like though. Just salt and pepper works great as well. I like cheese. I should have put this on the griddle. I didn't think of it, so I'm just gonna throw some on there and microwave it real quick before we make our little patties. All right, now that we got a little melty action on our burger patties here, we're just gonna get them back out on the board. This is just for measuring shots. I'm just gonna use the smaller end today for tiny patties. Once you have your beautiful little patties cut out into nice little spheres like this, we're just gonna top the eggs with these. A little bit of lettuce, a little bit of ketchup to just drizzle over the top of these things. Look at a little patty. Today we're putting some classic ketchup on these things. Just a little dollop. Now you can drizzle these if you want to get fancy, but I'm just going to do a nice little squirt on each one. We have our dollops of ketchup on here. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but if you want to get fancy, like I said, do a drizzle. I'm not too worried about it because I'm topping with the lettuce. Nice little crunch. We're using classic iceberg today. Yolks up. Whoa, yeah, that's like a mini cheeseburger explosion in your mouth. Fantastic combination here. You got the delicious tanginess of that nice sauce and yolk that we made. You're gonna wanna take these ones to your next tailgate party.